Hey, thanks for supporting our program. I hope you find this little rant useful. The media anyway, is dancing around the issue of whether or not Donald Trump himself is a racist. His tweets are racist, like they're not connected to him, like there's some separate appendage. It's like saying his shoes are, blue or something like that. Or there's racial invective, or he's racially insensitive. Really? I mean, this is a guy who opened his campaign by calling Mexicans rapists. He said, quote, this is a quote, "Laziness is a trait in blacks," end quote. He said that immigrants from Haiti, quote, "all have AIDS," end quote. He said that Nigerian immigrants who saw America would, quote, "never go back to their huts in Africa." He called for less immigration from Africa and more immigration from Norway. There's certainly, now he tried to cover that up by saying, well, I was talking about, Norway's full of educated people and Africa isn't. No, that's not true. There are more educated people in the continent of Africa than there are in the entire country of Norway. Anyhow, he referred to the African countries as S-hole countries, as you well know. He spent years claiming that Barack Obama was not an American citizen, that he was some sort of stalking horse candidate, that he was inserted by, Nigerian communists. He lied. He said Obama, this was, when President Obama was president, he said, and I quote, "Obama issued a statement for Kwanzaa, but failed to issue one for Christmas." Flat out lie. He's repeatedly retweeted white nationalists, white supremacists, Nazis, open Nazis. He has said that some of the neo-Nazis marching in Charlottesville were very fine people. There's a couple of these that are, pretty much everybody knows, and it's like, still, with all this stuff, how can anybody not just, why don't they just say, our racist president said this today? Right? He repeatedly referred to Senator Elizabeth Warren as Pocahontas. It's a racist slur. He called protesting NFL players, quote, "sons of bitches," end quote. He was, David Duke endorsed him for president. And then when he was asked about it on national television, he was like, well, I don't even know who David Duke is. Really? He referred to the Hispanic Miss Universe. Miss Universe, a Hispanic woman wins Miss Universe. Isn't that great? He called her Miss Housekeeping. He makes up statistics to talk about urban crime, literally lies about it constantly. And this is just like the tip of the iceberg stuff. This is the easily found stuff. I think it's time for us to stop dancing around this and stop, for the media to stop trying to be all prim and proper and just start referring to this guy as what he is. He is a liar. He is a racist. He hates women. He's a misogynist. And let's just be right up front about it. This whole thing in Congress, where they were like, oh, we can't condemn his racist tweets. You can't say that his tweets are racist because that's a violation of House rules. Yeah, the House rule is you can't criticize the president or vice president in a way that is personally, that's an ad hominem attack, a personal attack. Cynthia McKinney got literally physically dragged off the floor of the House of Representatives, Congresswoman Cynthia McKinney, for reading an article that I wrote back in 2004, 5, 6, something like that, in which I explicitly called Dick Cheney a Nazi, or a fascist, excuse me. And as soon as she said that word, they point of order and all this, and she kept on reading, and they dragged her off the floor. Well, this time they didn't, because they weren't talking about Trump as a racist. I think it's time to say it. House rules are no House rules. Or for that matter, maybe it's time to change the House rules. But let's get real about what's going on here. Thank you very much. And I hope this is useful. Thank you for supporting our program.